Hello, I'm Jessica Miller, Client Service Associate with Wealth Advocate Group here in Beechwood, Ohio. And I am interviewing one of our wealth advisors, Lauren Coverdale, about how to get started with financial planning in your 20s. Welcome, Lauren. So glad to have you today.
Thanks for having me, Jess. So glad to be here.
Tell me a little bit about how long you've been with Wealth Advocate Group.
Yeah, so I've been with Wealth Advocate Group for about 5 years now. I started as an intern back in 2019, and then I transitioned into the role of paracleaner, and more recently have begun transitioning into the role of wealth advisor.
Okay, so in your 5 years with Wealth Advocate Group, what are your top tips for people in their 20s to get started with financial planning?
That's a great question, Jess. My advice would be to start with these 5 smart money moves. Manage your spending and debt, start an emergency fund, invest for retirement, create a flexible financial plan, and partner with a financial professional.
Great suggestions. How would you recommend people start managing their money?
It's a lot easier said than done, but creating and sticking to a realistic budget is a great place to start. There is plenty of different budgeting apps and resources to choose from. Pick what works with your personality and needs and get started. It's also important to pay down high-interest debt, excluding auto loans, to increase your spending power.
Okay, so after you've created a budget, identified your high-interest debt, then you have to determine how to chip away at that debt and begin building your emergency fund. How do you suggest we get started?
Yeah, this is best done in stages. First, have a mini emergency fund of about $1,000 for any unexpected expenses. It's best to keep this in an easily accessible account. As you have excess cash, determine how much to allocate to debt and how much to allocate to building a more robust emergency fund covering about 3 to 6 months of living expenses.
Okay, so if we want to break it down and find out how much is really effective at chipping away at your debt, how do you know what that number should be?
Yeah, so for example, if you have about $600 to allocate to debt and savings, maybe consider allocating $300 to debt and $300 to savings. And after you've hit your emergency savings target, then consider allocating additional cash to paying down that high interest debt. Keep your emergency fund in a separate account, such as a money market or a high yield savings account. You can even set up automatic transfers so you're saving without thinking about it.
Excellent. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So once that's complete, you can start investing for retirement. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. And there's many different ways to do this, right? One of the most common is through an employer's 401k or IRA. It's important to contribute at least the minimum to the 401k plan to receive the full employer match, if any. Another great way to save is investing after-tax dollars in the stock market. So by combining 401ks, IRAs, and after-tax savings, these are all great options to outpace inflation in the long run.
Okay, so then you recommend creating a flexible financial plan. What does that entail?
So a good financial plan includes not only retirement, but all milestones along the way, such as, marriage, buying a house, children's college funds, maybe family vacations, and even a new car. Most people don't plan for these expenses, but they are major expenses that many of us do have. So it's important to be prepared financially. Your financial plan will look different in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and beyond. So you need to regularly revisit your plan and adjust as your life circumstances change. For instance, the need for life insurance or an estate plan.
Okay, that makes sense. So the last step would be to partner with a financial professional. So how can a financial advisor help someone in their 20s get started with financial planning?
I'm so glad you asked. A financial partner can provide more than just useful knowledge and education. They can help create, implement, and monitor a customized, comprehensive plan that is specifically designed around your goals and needs.
Thank you, Lauren, for being here today and sharing these great ideas with us. Wealth Advocate Group can help you pursue your goals regardless of your stage of life. To get started, reach out today.